Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, it has been said that life is a box of chocolates. If that is true, then San Francisco is where the nuts are made. Because anyone who has ridden the Muni, walked the streets, or solicited the saloons knows that block for block, this city has more nuts than anywhere else in the world. And the biggest nut of them all is at the corner Chestnut and Divisadero, where an old man sits on a bench. And tonight, I'm going to show you why. His name is Dante, and he sits on a bench in front of my favorite coffee shop, the Chestnut Street Coffee Roasters. When you see Dante, two things will jump out at you. First is he drinks a lot of coffee, 12 cups a day, one for every hour on the bench. He also smokes a lot of cigarettes, 2 packs a day. Now this lifestyle has taken its toll, and it shows on Dante. Dante resembles Winston Churchill after World War II. Imagine a man 75 pounds overweight, a big round puffy face, a swollen nose, droopy eyes from too little sleep, and the same trench coat that Churchill wears or wore. When he's not on the bench, he'll walk down the sidewalk slowly like this with the 67-year-old legs slowly and gingerly. Now, when Dante lacks in appearance and health, he makes up for in charm. Some days I get my coffee in the morning and I'll see Dante, and he'll see me coming, and he'll stand up and he'll look at me, and he'll say, "You working out? You look strong." No, Dante, I'm not working out, but thanks. You look strong, Alex. But Lisa probably gets it best. Poor Lisa. When she comes to the coffee shop, I swear to God, Dante gets 15 years younger. His face turns red, he stands up, and he takes his hat off like a gentleman, and he says, "Lisa, you sure look good in that dress, like $1 million. Lisa says, "Thanks, Dante." Like $1 million, Lisa. But he saves his best for when she leaves. Poor Lisa, she has her non-fat latte in her hand, and she's walking fast, but she knows that if Dante sees her, he's going to let loose. And she has her head down, and she walks like this. But Dante sees it, and he waits just far enough for her to get far away that he has to yell so everyone can hear, but not so far that she can't hear him. He stands up and forms a bullhorn like this. "The world's yours in that dress, Lisa. The world's all yours. All yours." Now, I don't know if it was me or if it was Lisa, but one of us sparked some real motivation in him, because one morning I came down and he was sitting on the bench, but this time he was hunched over and he was doing curls with a 20-pound dumbbell. And I said, "Dante, why are you doing curls in front of the coffee shop?" He just sort of looked at me and he said, "This body doesn't come easy, Alex." He worked out with that dumbbell for about 2 weeks. And one day I saw him, and he was so diligent about it, I decided to return the favor. And as I crossed the street, I formed a bullhorn. I said, "Dante, you working out? You sure look strong." And I swear he let out the loudest smoker's laugh I have ever heard in my life. Now, one day I came down, and the dumbbell was sitting on the ground, and he looked pretty tired. I said, "Dante, what's wrong? You were lifting that dumbbell perfectly fine a few days ago." He said, "Alex, lifting, it's easy. It's carrying that thing home back and forth every day that's a son of a gun." I said, "You mean to tell me you carry that thing home every day?" He says, "Yeah." So you get up at night in the morning, you haul that 20-pound dumbbell all the way down from 5 blocks up that hill down to this coffee shop, and then at night you turn around and you haul it all the way back up just to do it all over again the next day?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Dante, you're nuts." He just sort of looked at me. He said, "You're just figuring that out?" I thought I had seen it all with Dante until summer came, and I realized there was a lot more Dante to see. We had one of those days in the marina that rarely come. 90-plus degrees, completely blue sky, and everyone was excited to be outside. The girls were running around in their sundresses. The men were running around with tank tops and shorts, chasing those girls in their sundresses. Thousands of people were going down Chestnut Street, back Chestnut Street, checking everyone out. I got tired. So I decided to get myself an afternoon cup of coffee. I walked down, and as I was walking, I looked up, and there was Dante. And it was the most horrific sight I have ever seen in my life. Sure, Dante is there every day, 12 hours a day. This time was different. He was sitting on that bench, smoking his cigarette, like he always does, sipping his coffee, like he always does, lifting the dumbbell, like he was the other day. But this time he was half naked. And I looked, I said, Dante, I know you're Italian, but you're also old, and at some point, old supersedes Italian. And I thought to myself, man, I wish Lisa were here. And just as I thought that, the door opened up, and who do you think came out? Carrying her non-fat latte, walking like she was crossing a stack of coals so fast she did not want Dante to see her. But Dante saw her. And with hundreds of people outside wondering why this old man looked like Winston Churchill, with sweat dripping down his forehead, down his lip, down his chin, down his chest, his first roll, his second roll, his third roll, his fourth roll, with a big smile on his face, smoking a cigarette and doing curls, looking at him, thinking to himself, what would possess a man to do that? He got up for the whole world to see. And he formed that bowl. The world's yours in that dress, Lisa. It's all yours. And poor Lisa, she ran off, and you could just hear, thanks, Dante. Dante is the biggest nut in San Francisco. Occasionally I call him Pine Nut. But Dante is also getting old. 67, coffee, and cigarettes, and the late nights have caught up with him. He's got that same sort of tired look my mom had the year before she died. You can tell that Dante has lived a great life. He's made the most out of it. He's made friends wherever he's gone. But you can also tell that he's about to expire. And so tonight, in case he dies today, I just want to say, thank you, Dante.